So I'm going to try and make this process as simple as possible. I'm going to try and get it into 3 videos of how beginners can make money using cryptocurrency. So this first video is going to be on a very fundamental level. It's going to cover all the basics. It's going to show you how you can get Bitcoin, why you need Bitcoin if you want to trade other currencies and make money. And then in lesson 2 and 3, it's going to go into individual and more depth ways to make money with the Bitcoin, whether it just be holding Bitcoin long term or actually putting that Bitcoin to work to earn more money in very legitimate, trustworthy places. Anything that has any kind of Ponzi scheme or scam orientation around it will be disregarded completely, and I'll tell you guys which ones to avoid in future videos. So we're just going to cover places where my money is and where you guys can also earn a lot of Bitcoin as well, which, if you didn't know, it recently hit about $18,000. So if you're earning 1 Bitcoin a day, which is a very, very small amount, 1 Bitcoin per day is $18,000. And there are ways to scale to that point very achievably within a short period of time as well. So like I said, this is going to be a very basic start point, and the easiest place to start if you have no Bitcoin or have not bought anything is Coinbase. It's the easiest place for the UK, US, and many other countries as well it's operational in. And essentially all you do is you click buy and sell, and then you connect a card just like you would buy something on Amazon or eBay, and you buy Bitcoin. You start, I believe, with a $500 maximum per week. However, you can send in a request and get more. I got mine up to about, I think, $3,000 or $5,000 a week. So obviously you can buy quite a lot then. And either you can store your Bitcoin on here. It's pretty safe. Coinbase is probably one of the safest online wallets just because it is the largest and most reputable, so it has the largest reputation to maintain. And I have never heard personally of anything being hacked on a large scale through Coinbase. But if you really do want to go the full way, you can get a ledger, which is basically like a USB where you store your Bitcoin on it. But if you've only got £500, £1,000, £2,000 on it, you will most likely be perfectly fine using Coinbase as your wallet. As you can see, it will just show up here. I don't have any of mine on here, as you can see. There's £8 and £1.45, and that's just a small bit of Bitcoin that's left over, really. But that's where you buy your Bitcoin, Ethereum, and Litecoin. And there will be a link in the description as well. It'll be the first link in the description. If you use that to buy your Bitcoin through Coinbase, you'll get an extra $10 free Bitcoin as well, as long as you buy over $100 worth. There are other sites as well that I've used in the past. In the UK, there's one called CryptoMate. Basically, that is a direct-to-bank transfer. So if there's someone, it acts as an intermediary. If there's someone selling Bitcoin, you then basically pay directly to their bank and they act as a middleman. The fees are slightly more, but you can buy up to £1,000 then. So if you use those 2 sites combined, you can get 1,000 and 500 right off the bat of Bitcoin. And I'm sure there are other ones as well for the USA. Just look out, and what I recommend is if there are other people who have used them, maybe ask in a Facebook group or ask someone that you trust or go in some forums and see if anyone has used those and got a testimonial for them, just so that you don't find yourself in a sticky situation with a dodgy exchange, because they do exist, and I'm showing you 2 now. Coinbase and CryptoMate are 2 that I've used and had absolutely no issues with at all. So the reason, or one of the very big reasons that cryptocurrency and Bitcoin in particular has risen up so much is because you need Bitcoin to buy these other smaller coins. Now there are a few coins you can buy for US dollar or fiat money, which is basically pounds, dollars, etc., etc. And that is Bitcoin, Ethereum, and Litecoin are the most readily available because they're available on Coinbase. You can buy some other ones, but they're much harder to do, and you have to kind of really know what you're doing in order to do it. So the reason that these are some of the top coins at the moment, Ethereum, Litecoin, and Bitcoin, is because you can basically pay actual fiat money for them. So if there were to be another coin listed on Coinbase, that too would also, a drastic increase in its value because it would be so easy to buy. All of these other coins can be seen on this site here. This site here is called CoinMarketCap. There is another one you can use called CoinGecko, but this basically ranks the currencies based on how much money is flowing through them. Bitcoin is obviously at the top. Just hit $19,000, hit 18,000 when I started this video. But now we're on 19,000, and it ranks them in market cap. So you got 318 million at the top, 66.29. So as you can see, Bitcoin, Ethereum, and Litecoin, the biggest 3 that you can buy for US dollar and pounds, are nearing the top of this list. But the reason Bitcoin in particular has risen to the top is because you need Bitcoin to buy all of the other, basically 1,360 cryptocurrencies that there are. Some of them you need Ethereum, but the majority of them you need Bitcoin. For example, to buy Cardano, you would need to use a separate exchange and have Bitcoin. To buy Monero, you need the same situation. EOS, a very similar situation, and so on through basically all of these coins down here. There are a few exceptions, of course, but 99% of the time you'd need Bitcoin to buy one of these other coins as well. And these other coins are where you see even greater returns on your money in some situations, where you have, coins starting out in their ICO phase, which is where they basically first come to market and people kind of invest initially into the coin and want to see this idea come to light. That's where you pick them up for 10 cents, 50 cents, $1 sometimes. And if you backed a good project, it could end up being worth a lot more. So that was a very brief kind of overview of why Bitcoin has run up so much. And it's basically because it's Bitcoin, it was the first to market, and also you need it to buy a lot of these other smaller coins as well as its actual practical use. And just to let you guys know, if you do have any questions, leave them in the comment section below. I do reply to every single one. So if there's anything you're not sure, if I didn't explain it very well, put it in the description below and I will be more than happy to help you out. The next video in this series and this lesson will be on how to use smaller exchanges so that you can buy these coins. I will go over also how to transfer your Bitcoin to these smaller coins and exchange it for your Bitcoin, for example, for ARK or Dogecoin if you really want to, and the best practices in doing that. And I'll go a little bit more technical on what I have done. This is a very much of an overview, and if you do want to get involved, the easiest place to get started is on Coinbase, and there is a link in the description for an extra $10 of Bitcoin if you purchase over $100 worth of Bitcoin, which is pretty easy given the price is now £14,000. So thank you very much for watching, guys. If you are looking forward to this series or if you enjoyed the video, please do leave a like rating. And like I said, leave a comment if you get stuck with anything or if you have any more questions. I reply to every single one. And subscribe if you're new, because there's a lot more content on cryptocurrency coming as well. So thank you very much for watching. The exchange video on how to buy these smaller coins will be out tomorrow. So I'll see you then. Peace.